I'm going to tell you a little story. We have an Electron conference, and they're so excited. There's a special hotel. It has 7 floors, and some of the floors have various hallways. Like here with the 2nd floor, you can see that there's one room off the exit, and then you go around down the hall and you have 3 more rooms. 3rd floor is set up that way, but it has a little bit of a stairway here for this next hallway. 4th floor set up like 3rd floor, 5th floor, similar, but 4th floor also has this higher hallway. 5th floor has that higher hallway as well. You have the 6th floor, and then you have the 7th floor. Now as we come back, we're going to learn about how the electrons like to arrange themselves in the room. So they come to this hotel, and the man at the front desk sees this first electron. He says, "Hey, how are you?" And he says, "All right, do you have a room? And I prefer one that I don't have to travel very far." And the man at the front desk says, "You're in luck. We have one right here on the 1st floor. Come on in." So the guy happily goes into his 1st floor room. Next guy comes up and says, "Well, how are you?" He says, "Well, I'm doing well, thanks." And he said, "I'm looking for a room, but I don't want to go too far," because electrons are like people. They don't want to put in more effort than they have to. And the man at the front desk says, "You're in luck. There's a room right here on the 1st floor, but there's a guy that's in it." He said, "There's no other room on the 1st floor?" He said, "No. But if you want, you could climb up to the 2nd floor." He goes, "No, I'm not climbing unless I have to. I'll take the room on the 1st floor and share with the guy, but since I don't want to be near him, closer to him than I have to, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm going to push my bed to the opposite direction because they don't like each other." Guy says, "Okay." Another electron comes, same thing, says, "Hey, I'm here for the convention." Front desk says, "Wonderful. Now our 1st floor is full, but if you go up the stairs, there's a room right off the exit to the door from the stairs." He says, "Great, perfect." Climbs the stairs, goes right there. 4th guy comes, says, "Hey, I'm here for a room." Man at the front desk says, "Wonderful. Now we have 3 empty rooms on the 2nd floor, or you could share with the guy who's right off the doorway to the stairs." And the electron says, "Wait a minute. There's only one room by the stairs?" And the man says, "Yeah, that's fine. No, because you could just walk down the hall and go around the corner." And the electron says, "Wait, that's too much work. I'll share with the man or with the electron that's already there, but push my bed to the opposite side of the wall." Another guy comes, another electron. He asks where the closest room is. And he said, "Unfortunately, you're going to have to walk around the hallway unless you want to go to the 3rd floor." He said, "I'm not climbing another floor if I don't have to. So I'm going to go here." A 6th guy comes, and same story, but then he says, "Wait a minute. All these rooms, it's just an extra step. So I might as well come here." 7th guy said the same thing. The 8th guy comes, and he's like, "Oh, fine, I'll come here." 9th guy and the 10th guy shove their beds. Happened again third guy, he said, look, you could go right off the exit of the door right here. And he says, great. So the 11th guy goes here. Same story with the 12th guy. He didn't want to go around the hall. He just pushed his bed to the other side. So they weren't sleeping with their heads near each other. They were on the opposite side. 15th, 16th, and 17th guys did the same thing. 18th, 19th, and 20th guys did the same thing. Then, 21st guy comes. He's like, where's the closest room? He said, well, you could still go up to the 3rd floor, but then you have to go around the corner and then up some stairs to get to the 3rd, to the last of the 3rd rooms on the 3rd floor. He said, but the funny thing about those are, you're going to spend more energy getting to this 3D room set than you would just walking up the stairs to the 4S. And so the man said, the Electron said, oh my goodness, give me the least amount of effort I have to put forth. It's been a long journey. So he goes to the 4S. And he comes here. Next guy, 22nd guy, same thing. 23rd guy, though, he says, whoa, which one has less energy that I'm going to have to put forth? Well, that would be the 3D. It was putting it close, but even just this little bit of difference here, he said, no, I'm going to take the least amount of energy. And the subsequent guys do the same thing. And then they fill that up. And then here. So you could see this is how the electrons actually fill their energy levels.